Hello everyone. For my second video of the day, I'm going to be talking about a film called Fragile. And to put it into perspective, this film is based on spiritual entities, good and evil, and in a haunted hospital that's closing down. And the end of the events that took place there 40 years ago prior to current events. So that's the simplest way I can put it without going into spoilers in the intro section. With all that said, first and foremost, I want to say thank you to everybody who basically was here from day one from up to now. Without all of you, ladies and gentlemen, I won't be where I'm at, and I'm very grateful. So thank you very much, and yeah. If you're new to this channel and want to sub, my channel is at History Buff 2.0. You can't miss it. And I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and gaming reviews. So if those are your favorite things to watch and want to watch them, I would say go for it and see what you think. Lastly, comment down below, like, share all the good stuff. And if you like what you see on this channel and want to help grow it, then please press the sub button down below if you enjoy any videos that you see. With all that said, let's get on with the video. So how this film starts is basically a hospital closing down. After being there for a certain amount of time, maybe 50 years, maybe 60 years, around that. I think it was like 1959, I believe, around that when it first opened. Maybe even earlier, but pretty much it goes into the story of this supernatural area, which a lot of people don't believe in. But when the first night nurse encounters this, she basically escapes her life, and she succumbs to the fate of that eventual spirit. And when Amy, the new night nurse, comes into play, she tries to explain to everybody that she's not all the events, but they're calling her nuts. But in reality, they're hiding the truth of what happened 40 years ago. And what happened 40 years ago, leading up to the current events, is his vengeful spirit, which I'm not going to easily name, but there was a good spirit and a bad spirit. So basically, everyone assumed the bad spirit I have to say this correctly, the good spirit was Charlie, but had anger issues. But that wasn't the case. Another entity in that hospital was named Charlie, and was very vengeful because she was afraid to leave the children. Those children were like her life, pretty much. So when this nurse was fired and basically breaking the child's bones, pretty much making them worse, to make her stay longer, that was her life, pretty much. And she thought to herself, if she can't leave and no one can have her, might as well just kill her. So this evil nurse killed this little girl who had this rare bone disease. By the way, this term is too complicated to say, but it was a rare bone disease. And shortly after that incident, and fired her, and that wasn't even the worst part. The nurse met her end, but in the weirdest way possible. I'm not going to go into the detail what she did after she killed the kid. But after that, the second floor was closed off in the hospital, and that place became a hot zone for it to be haunted. So after all that, the nurse, Amy, never gave up, and how this ended was kind of a good way and a bad way. It speaks to the people who don't believe in the supernatural, which I can understand. If you don't see it, you don't believe it, that's fine. But But if you know you believe it and you see it, you know. And as a result, pretty much, the evil spirit was taken care of, and before that there were casualties on the first floor of the hospital. It was just too nuts even for me to see, but it was a good film, per se, in my opinion. Since I'm a person of a believer of spirits, orbs and all that, supernatural, I thought they did it well to perfection, in my opinion. And this vengeful spirit was just something else altogether. And again, I'm not gonna name this this spirit's name because that's gonna ruin the whole surprise of it. And the kid, and the kid that had that rare bone disease was inflicted by her wrath because she didn't want her to leave and go to a different hospital to get better for good. And that's what led to the current events, pretty much in a nutshell. So, if you're interested in a supernatural film that you've never seen before, and frankly, I never seen this until recently, just now. Came out in 2010 when I was in middle school, apparently. But this film I really liked. It was something different. I haven't seen in a long time. Older films are a lot better in my opinion, and this one was good to me in a lot of ways. If I wanted to rank this film, I'd probably rank it 10 out of 10. It was somewhat, it was original. Jump scares were there. The surprises were there. And it showed denial of events in the past, and people had to face it towards the end of the film. So, other than that, if you want to see something that you've never seen before and want to watch it, I would say this film is worth it in a lot of ways. But you have to keep an open mind about the supernatural thing. But other than that, the film is good, 10 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. And would recommend it to everybody who wants to see a good horror film. Not these crappy ones coming out lately. With all that said, thank you all for the love and support. I greatly appreciate it. Without all of you, I'm gonna be where I'm at on YouTube. Make up as you all. Stay safe, and I will see you on the next one.